Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Cryptomina. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about airdrops and different chains. How can we farm on those chains with minimal amount? So what I'm talking about is like when we are farming on layer 2s and other blockchains, one of the criteria those chains usually look at is number of transactions. And every transaction have a cost to it. So we want to have maximum number of transactions, but also we want to keep our cost low. There are some protocols that allow us to do it with a minimum amount, and you can pick and choose. The good thing about it is that we are farming 2 or 3 chains at the same time. So first one I want to talk about is Carve. Their native token is Soul, and they are going to do an airdrop very soon. Now Soul is, this Carve is very simple. All you have to do is come here and bind your different accounts. So you have Solana account, your social media accounts, and your other wallets. Once you have, depending on how old they are, you can get different amount of tokens. And once you have binded them, approved them, signed the transactions, then you can come here and claim your tokens. So there are 4 different chains where you can claim your tokens. The first one is Ronin. This is a gasless, so it will not cost you anything. So this is simplest thing you can do. The next one is OPBNB. This one is good because this is as good as gasless. The fees are minimum. Usually it's less than 2 cents. And then we have zkSync Era. A lot of us are farming on zkSync Era, and it is difficult to remember to do a transaction every day. But if you are interacting with Carved, you are getting your Soul token, and also you're putting a transaction on zkSync, and same goes for Linear, and you can come here every day and do that. So I have claimed my tokens for today on all the 3 chains, but zkSync Era is left. So I'm going to carve my Soul token on zkSync Era. This is showing me the transaction will cost me 15 cents. Let me confirm it. Just like that, now I have a transaction on zkSync Era for today, and I'm good. So the next one I want to talk about, this is Alto Finance. This is a bridge, but we are not going to do any bridging. We are going to do a daily check-in. So if you see this is a calendar, you can come here, and Alto is also going to do an airdrop of the token because they have a point system. All you have to do is come here every day and check in. So you see I get different points every day. The thing is that the first day you check in, you get 5 points. The next day you get 5 additional points. So you get 10, 15, 20, 25, and this way until a week. Once you complete your whole week, it sets to 5 again. However, if you are bridging on a certain day, your points get double. So let's say today I'm bridging, and today is I'm supposed to get 30 points. If today I go ahead and bridge from any of the chains, then I will get double points. So instead of 30, I will get 60 points. And why I'm showing you this? Because you have an option of different chains. You can only check in on one chain at a time, but you can choose. For example, we have already used zkSync and Linear, so I don't have to put a transaction on these 2 chains. But if I'm thinking about Chroma, Scroll, or Blast, I can go ahead and select those chains and put a transaction there. This is one of the very cheap way to put a transaction on those chains. Let's go ahead and do that. This transaction will cost me 8 cents. Go ahead and confirm that. Voila, we are checked in. Now we got the points as well as we have a transaction on the chain we were farming on. There is another thing you can do on this site, which is Inscribe. So come to Inscribe tab. Recently I discovered it and I love it. There you have an option of different chains. So makes sense to farm on the chains which doesn't have a token yet. Scroll, Base, Linear, zkSync, Zora, Mantle, chains like this. And it doesn't give you points, but the best part is that this is very simple. I'm going to put anything, like this is me, whatever you want to put. You will select the chain. For example, let's go with Base right now. And then you can select how many inscriptions you want to do. If you put 5, you have to approve 5 transactions. So they are putting 5 transactions, but it is interacting with 1 contract. So you're interacting with 1 new contract, but you're putting 5 transactions. If you want to do 100, you have to approve 100 transactions, but you are putting 100 transactions there. So let's go with 5 right now. And I'm going to say inscribe. It's a 5 inscription have been inscribed. Look at the price on Base. This is as good as just cashless transaction like Ronin or OPBNB. So you can subscribe from transaction, and let's quickly go ahead and approve those transactions. The next project that I want to talk about is Dmail. I have a video on my channel that walks you through all the steps needed to set up a Dmail account, which is for free, and then you can start sending email on chains. Dmail already have their token launched and it is trading, but you can still gather some points. And while you can gather the points for Dmail, you can also register a transaction of different chains. So if you come to this points, you will see that they allow you to collect points every day. So if you're sending an email by this zkSync chain, Starknet, zkFair chain, you get points. And by sending the email on this chain, which is very cheap, one of the cheapest way to send a transaction on this chain, you get 2-in-1. You get points for Dmail and you put a transaction for very cheap on one of those chains. I will suggest you to use a chain that you are trying to mint on: zkSync, zkFair, Linea, Manta, Scroll, Base, and collect some points as well as have the transaction on those chains. You can send multiple emails a day. I think you have a limit of 40 a day, but you can at least send a couple of emails and each transaction will take a few cents. And that's the third protocol. So we have discussed 3 protocols. Carve, you get Sol token, and then you can do different transactions on Linea and zkSync. Then we talked about Auto Finance Bridge, where you can just come in and do a daily check-in. You get points, and also you can select the chain where you want to do that transaction. You can come to Inscribe. You will not get point for Inscribe, but you will get your transaction on so many different chains. You have so many options. And the third one is Dmail. The token is already live, which is Dmail, but you get some rewards point, and then you can send email on different chains and get transaction on those chains. So 3 projects, cheap way to put your transaction in. Anyhow, this is the whole video. If you enjoy it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can join the Telegram channel. I have an announcement group where you can see all the airdrop news, updates, and even some discussions. So please do join that, and I will see you soon. Happy investing.